Hey!
Hey!
Welcome to Hoodie Brothers.
It's November 11th.
November 11th. Thank you for making it through this Wednesday with us.
Yeah!
Let's hop right into this. You know what else it is other than November 11th?
What is it, Ellis?
Thank you, Trenton.
You're welcome.
It's National Sunday Day, Veterans Day.
Sunday
as most
Day?
Of you know. Sunday Day.
Like,
Ice
it's
cream
not
sundaes.
Gotcha.
Okay, aside from that, it's also Veterans Day, which you're probably well aware of, and for those Canadian viewers out there, it is also Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
Basically the same as Veterans Day.
Just for our northern brothers.
Yes. Now, recently, there was a viral video, you may have seen it, about one of like the coolest. These are all over the place. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. It's just like the coolest proposals ever, like skydiving and like orchestrated dancing and stuff. And so Trent and I were watching one of these and we were like, this is one of the cool ones. What's one of the not so cool ones? What's one of the ones that didn't go so well? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start us off with kind of a interesting one, I should say.
Okay.
Now, first, let me say this couple, they have sleeve tattoos. Nothing against that, just kind of to get their character into your head.
Okay.
They met at a music festival, and basically what they did, their names are Carly and Lucas. Lucas decided to propose to Carly with a ring bearing his wisdom tooth, or one of his wisdom teeth. Now, she wasn't surprised by this because this was both of their ideas. But on quotes, they say, diamonds are so overrated.
Okay.
On quote. Or unquote. Anyway, so you can kind of tell the character of these people, kind of, hipster? I don't know if that would be a good way to describe. Diamonds are so overrated. So he proposed me with his tooth. You see? Kind of an interesting.
Was it on like a little piece of rusty wire?
No, it was a very, very nice ring. But instead of diamond, there was a human tooth. A little interesting one for you.
All right. Well, none of mine are failures. They've all ended happy, I guess, but they're just kind of awkward or very unromantic,
unsettling.
Yes. My first one. There was this couple. They were living together in an apartment or just a house or something. The woman of the relationship is in the bathroom doing her business.
Oh.
Now the male comes up and gets down on one knee in front of her, and she's
on
like,
"On the toilet."
Yes, and she's like, "Well, it looks like you're proposing." And he's like, well, "Should I?" And
I am.
She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, do you want a ring?" And she's like, "Yeah." And so he gets up, goes in the other room, and like brings back a family heirloom.
Oh my
ring
gosh!
And just puts it on her finger, and she's like, "All right."
Well, okay. She's like, "I'm gonna hold on to this for now." Oh gosh, that's weird. This one, I'd like to avoid failures as much as possible. It's something I don't like joking about because it's kind of a sad thing. But this one kind of called for it.
Yeah.
And this one, what happened is, it's a girl named Caroline and her boyfriend. Not sure if they're married at all now. This was a while ago, I believe. Well, they were walking through the food court at the mall, and he proposed to her in front of a Cinnabon. Now, he said something romantic about the cinnamon rolls or something. And, the girl's name is Caroline, so they have a guitar guy come out, and they're playing Sweet Caroline. It was really sweet. There's this crazy Italian, like middle-aged man in the back, like, band? Say yes! Say yes! Like, if I was proposing to someone, I wouldn't want some crazy Italian middle-aged man in the background, like, say yes! Oh, but it was so painful to see. She didn't know what to say. She just ran away. Strike number 1, food court. Strike number 2, middle of the day in the food court. Strike number 3, they had only been dating for a year, which is long enough for some people. But it's kind of unheard of, or not unheard of. It's a little. It's just under a good amount of time to be dating someone before you propose to them. He said this last year is like exactly 1 year ago we met in front of this Cinnabon. And I don't know. It was kind of, it's hard to watch, you know.
I could understand that if it was like in a park, like by a pond or something.
But we met in front of this Cinnabon. Like, how did they meet in front of the Cinnabon? Like
bumped into each other.
Did she used to work at the Cinnabon and then she quit her job and like before she left she like messed everything up, so the boss is like glaring at her the whole time she's getting proposed to. Like, she's too good for you, kid, like trying to like hurt the boy's feelings. Oh gosh.
Anyway, okay. My next one, a couple was apartment shopping. And
okay.
They were looking at this house, and it was right next door to a church.
Okay.
And the church property manager came out and just struck up a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked them, "Hey, well, are you guys getting married?" And they hadn't really talked about it. It wasn't really in the agenda at this point. And the guy says, "Yes."
Well, of course we are.
And he says, "Well, when's the ceremony?" He's like, "Well, in 3 weeks." And that's how he proposed to her, I guess.
What about the ring?
I don't know.
He give her a ring?
I assume eventually.
That's weird.
But
that's kind of like, it's not even like surprising them. It's just throwing it on them. Like, what if she didn't want to get married? Just like, well, ceremony's in 3 weeks. We already rented out the hotel. Like,
but they've been married for 20 years and have 2 kids now. So
we occupied the lobby from some young boy's bar mitzvah. You're gonna say no? Like, oh gosh, that's a terrible idea.
It is.
Okay, this next one, not kind of interesting, very interesting. There's these people hanging out on top of a building, as usual. Brooke is the woman's name. I never got the man's name. He's standing up there and he stands up to give a toast. And he's like, my beautiful girlfriend, Brooke, I've been meaning to ask her a very important question for a while. And then he's like, what's his friend's name? Let's call him Scott. It's like, Scott, the ring. And he like throws the ring and he like struggles to catch it and falls off the building. And then the girl's like, oh my God, like runs over and looks over the side and he's like laying there on like a whole bunch of mattresses holding a sign saying, will you marry me? Nothing to charm a girl like making her think you're dead. Like, what is
on mattresses? Like, that could have gone so wrong.
I don't think it was mattresses.
Okay.
I think it was one of those pads that you land on it and like the sides go like
the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, that doesn't justify anything. You're gonna ask your girlfriend to marry you by jumping off a building and making her think you're dead for a solid 5 seconds. That is not a good way to go around asking someone to marry you.
Yeah.
That's terrible idea. Oh, the worst of ideas.
What are these people thinking?
Yeah, just like, will you marry me? And then you just like, I'm trying to think of some method. Like she like walks in the house from work and he's like hanging by a noose, like, you can hear the rope creaking, and then she's like, oh my God, and then he's like, you want to marry me? And then there's like a harness and stuff. It's like, you can't do that. You can't. No.
He like jumps down. He's like, just kidding.
Starts tap dancing. Girlfriend's just like, no. Not just the girlfriend. Everyone's like, no, you cannot do that. That is against the rules. Hey. Thanks for watching this episode of Hoodie Brothers. We hope you had a great Wednesday.
I know I did.
I enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed it too. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions for us for what we can do or talk about on the show, please let us know in the comments.
Or on the comments of our Instagram page, or on Snapchat, which you can add us on.
Yes.
Twitter, which also go follow us on that.
Yes.
And you can email us if you want.
Yeah, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on Friday.